What is up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We're back at it again. Hopefully you guys get to see this before the end of the day. I mean, it's honestly only 3 days left on the reset. I apologize, but hopefully you guys next time will be able to use this, look it up again. But we're going to do the 12 rooms of Secret Doom Tower Hard. I didn't complete 3 of them. I just was too lazy and didn't really want to re-game my stuff, but I do have videos on them if you guys want to go check that out. I recorded 2 videos on here for you guys. It's going through 1 through 12, just kind of straight through. So it's going to be a little bit longer video, but if you guys want to fast forward to the room that you're having trouble with, I'm going to give little hints, tips, and kind of champions that you might be wanting to use to complete that secret room hard Doom Tower. So this is obviously the Eternal Dragon rotation with the Griffin. It's becoming one of the kind of straightforward, easier ones to complete. Everybody's still having trouble with Bommel. Eternal Dragon, I have a ton of 120 hard videos on him. Definitely go for the shield guys first and just do a crap ton of HP and speed and resistance on your champs and you should be good to go. But this one was a epic one. It's basically just all epic champions. So this is probably one of the easier ones for you guys. If you have Seer, just boost up a bunch of stats and just kind of throw Seer into there, and that's kind of was number 1. So one of the 12 stages, it's like they have less HP, so it's easier to complete. So hopefully you guys don't really have that much of an issue. I picked just basic champions that I had already 60 geared up. So we picked like Seer, Madame, Magnar, who hits really freaking hard, Godseeker, and regular Seeker. So they're good champions. It's just I wanted to do this kind of quick and just get it out so that way you guys know exactly what to do. But there's a lot of champions you can use. You can use Doom Priest. You can use Jembo. He could be your DPS. There's a lot of rezzers. So there's a lot of epic rezzers that you can bring if you're really having trouble. So just bring somebody that can res Cardinal. Just bring anybody that could res, and then you should be able to complete this one pretty easily. So let me see if I could fast forward this for you guys. I'm going to try and go not as quick, but pretty quick through this so you guys can kind of don't have to sit here for an hour. It might actually be an hour, but who the hell knows. So floor number 2 is HP champions. This is actually one of my favorite floors just because there's a lot of good HP champions in there. Now I would highly suggest, you might see a lot of legendaries, but Miscreated Monster is definitely one of the best ones for this. Obviously Magnar, because he hits really hard as well. The thing isn't about survivability really, it's about stunning Hakorn Smashlord. So you see to the right there's only 1 Hakorn Smashlords in this this thing. As long as you can stun him and not have him heal / take away all your debuffs, it's basically a good game. So I brought in champions. I kind of reset this. I brought in this guy, Lord Chamfort, first, just because I had him build and he was an HP champion. But then I went back and I took him out and I put in a better champion. So I put in this guy up front, whatever the hell his name is. He has the block revive. Mortem Cop, duh. So I brought in Mortem Cop just to do a little bit more damage. But you guys probably have Lugan, because he's really good, honestly. He's got a really good kit. But he has an 80% to block active skills. So it's just straight 80%. You don't need to book him out. And he heals the team. So I wanted to bring in a healer because if we did get past this wave, I wanted to make sure I had enough healing to heal up the team. So Lugan is definitely a really good player to bring into this. You don't need the other Lego her. You don't need the fat chick. But block active skills, if you get that on Hakorn Smashlord, just DPS him down as soon as possible. Save your stuns if that landed. So if block active skills land, you don't need to stun Hakorn Smashlord because he's not going to be able to cleanse it either way. So once that falls off, then you're going to want to stun with Miscreated Monster. But that's completely up to you. This is on a 4-turn cooldown with Lugan. He's probably really fast as you have him geared. Now this one's pretty tough because that guy all the way to the left is going to one-shot your team probably. He's going to block revive if you don't get him stunned. There you go. So he just 2-hit Lugan and almost killed him. What's going to get you past that one is having a shared damage. So this chick, Helga, or Ursaga, whatever her name is, she has a ally protect. So you don't need to bring her. Just bring somebody with a really strong ally protect and you'll be able to tank it if you haven't stunned him. Now you can block active skill doesn't work on him because he's still able to proc his peril, but if you stun him or freeze him or provoke him or whatever CC you have on Mortar Macabre, it's going to make it go so much easier. So that's the first target, is you want to kill Mortar Macabre as soon as freaking possible by CCing him. And if you have to take the damage, make sure you have an ally protect up on one of your guys. And I don't think there's any resers, HP resers, no. So now this one's same exact thing. There's no Hakorn Smashlord, so you don't have to worry about stunning him. All the focus on is killing. There you go. So we did the ally protect. Half my damage is still alive. That's exactly what you need. And then really just focus down Mortar Macabre to kill him. And then it's basically good game. Everybody else isn't going to do enough damage for you to worry about it. So that's the way to kill the HP Secret Room Doom Tower Hard. Now number 3, this one was fun. So this one actually let us level up some champions again. So number 3 is Force Attack Champions Only. When I first had this come up, I skipped it. There was no way I was doing it. But there's so many good Force champions. Now this wasn't the main one. The best champion in here is Basilisk Saronis. He's one of my favorite. Anybody can tell you that he definitely is one of my favorite champions. We also brought in Basilisk. Now Basilisk is really good for the epic Lizardmen Doom Tower secret room, so it's good to actually level him up to 60. You can put masteries on him, put a stun set on him, because he has an A1 AoE. So if you put the stun set and put the masteries to increase the stun set up to 23% stun, he's going to come in clutch for you. DPSers, there's a ton of them, but Brachus is a really good one because if he dies, he can get res back up. We actually leveled up our Zargala. Not level up, but we re-geared her and had some really good fun with her because she's booked out. She's really good. She still hits really hard. I might actually do an updated video on her. But I first tried this and I think we died. So let me fast forward and get, there we go. So this is our team that we did. So I was just trying to focus on stunning. Now Basilisk has a 100% chance to stun. I just want him as fast as possible. I think he's in a relentless set. He is. And then I just want to kind of control the waves as much as possible. I have Basilisk Saronis who can stun on his skill. And then I have this guy, the Lizardman, who can stun with his stun set. So he also has a stun on his A2. So if you need that one person that's about to attack you, put a stun on him with your Lizardman. So we got past wave 1 pretty easily. Make sure Basilisk Saronis's skill is not on cooldown going into each wave. So let's see, he's up now. So there you go. We stun everybody, and then we just kind of go through it. So if he has his stun on cooldown, reset and just restart, because it's so hard to try and do this without a CC, without a stunner. There's other champions that you can put stun sets on, but that really is the focus to beat this one, is just either having Basilisk Saronis with 100% stun. I don't know anybody else who has 100% stun. If you have 2 of the lizard guys, basilisks, you can put stun sets on both of them, do masteries if you really want to do masteries, but having an AoE A1, even put a stun set on Geo. I think that's how we did it last time. If you put a stun set on Geo, he has the decreased accuracy and he can potentially stun with his AoE. So stun set, stun set, stun set, or Basilisk Saronis. You can even put a stun set on Zargala because she has a 2-hitter A2, I believe, and then if she kills somebody, she does her A3 anyway. So just literally stun sets all across the board, but Zargala hits freaking hard. I definitely want to do a new guide on her because she's pretty cool. Like, she's still, look, watch this, boom, boom, look at that. That was freaking awesome. Who cares if your last guy dies at the last wave? So there you go. That was quick. That was just stun sets, stun, right? So this one we didn't complete for the first round, but I did do it before, and I'm gonna pause it just after we pick the team. This was my team. And the reason this is your team, because you have the this guy, Gnarlhorn. Gnarlhorn has a 100% chance to provoke, and then he has a unkillable on himself for 2 turns. So you want him super fast and super tanky. just as much speed as you possibly can go and just make them with as much defense as you possibly can. Now, that's probably the easiest way to get through this, is because if you just keep CCing the waves, you can even bring 2 Gnarlhorns in. I have them at level 50. You could bring 2 level 50s in, but you do want some DPS. Another really good champion is obviously Soulbound Boyer. You put a stun set on her. She has an A1 AoE with the stun set, so it just makes things so much easier. You can actually single target people to deplete their turn meter. So if you have 2 Soulbound Boyers, that's going to make it the easiest way to surpass this room. I brought in this chick, Hyria. So she has a 4-turn select 2 random allies to do a joint ally attack. Now, if you have AoE champions in here, basically it's more chances for them to get targeted and attack to then do more stuns. So that's the only reason I brought her in there, was potentially to do a stun with Soulbound Boyer. If you have 2 Soulbound Boyers, it's more chances to proc the stun. So that's cool. You can do Mother Superior. She's there to really just to heal and make sure that your provoke guy, Gnarlhorn, doesn't die. So she is actually a very, very good healer. But what else? And then the dude, boy, that guy, Berserk. All right, so I did a Berserking video. He's just hilarious. He hits really freaking hard. And he has a chance to go an extra turn if he kills somebody. So he does his AoE, attacks all enemies twice, ignores already 20% of the target's defense. So if you have a relentless set on him, he's just gonna wipes everybody away. So he's your main DPSer. And as Gnarlhorn provokes everybody, he's just gonna be wiping the floor with everybody. So he does hit really hard if you want to book him up. If not, just do 2 Soulbound Boyers, Gnarlhorn, Mother Superior, and whoever else you want to put in that last slot for, you know, whatever you want to do. So we tried this, we didn't do it, but that's exactly what you want to do for this stage. I didn't really care. I could do it if I had the time. I just don't have the time right now. But I'm not sure if I might have made a video on this guy. Secret Room Floor 4. Secret Room 4 hard. So look up. This one was fun. So this one, Secret Room 5, is basically just the Ogun tribe. Now, people don't know how easy but fun this one is. So look at this team. It's all epics, 1 rare. I didn't re-gear this at all. So I just picked these people. If they had gear on them, they had gear on them. But I wanted to just make a video and keep going. So why this is so good is because Grush, still really good champion. He's not talked about enough, but he heals. He stops their crit damage more, reduces their attack. He puts out a leech to heal your team. He puts out continuous heals on your team. He's just a beast, and he's a defensive type champion. So he's still really good. Grush is amazing. Now we have a Cult Brawler who used to be our main poisoner in Clan Boss that a lot of people should have him. He hits really hard. He can heal himself. He can grant an extra turn if he has poisons on himself. He puts out poisons. Like he just does everything he needs to do. So he does a lot of damage, especially on the boss in Faction Wars. And then our main dude that's going to make us complete this is the chick, Ugo. So not everybody might have Ugo, but she is a very good champion for this, because if you just kit her out with as much HP as you possibly can, with as much speed as you possibly can, she'll be the last one targeted. So if she is the last one alive, her passive is she places a speed increase and block damage on herself whenever she's the last living ally. So she'll be a lot harder to kill, and she has a skill to revive everybody if everybody's dead. So if she's the last one alive, she can revive everybody to kind of just re-go. So you want her to be the highest. That's why she has so much HP. You want her to have the highest HP and speed on your team. Everybody else could just be DPS and tanky. So I was surprised. We just kept going. Like I wasn't sure if we were going to do this. I was going to skip it, but we literally just did it with 4 people. This guy, if you really want, you can put Bellower in a lifesteal set or CC sets. He has 3 AoEs, so if you just put him in a stun set, have your Bellower just stun everybody. That's probably the easiest way to do this. But I have mine in my campaign farm, so he literally just has DPS gear, not a lot of HP. He just goes in. So now wave 2. I'm gonna fast forward this because this was a long one. But Ugo also does block buffs, so that kind of helps you stop the unkillable. With this whole wave right here, just puts out so many buffs. So Ugo having a 3-turn to block buffs is amazing. So finally, we're gonna have everybody die, I believe. So there you go, everybody died. And then I rezzed them back up with Ugo. So now everybody's back up for wave 2. We're gonna go into wave 3 with everybody alive. So there you go, everybody's alive on wave 3. We literally just CC the crap out of everybody. There's no stun sets on this team, but you should put a stun set on Bellower and maybe more tanky so he doesn't die. But this one was honestly pretty easy, as long as you have Ugo and just champions to do damage. So now wave or floor 6. Let's go to our floor 6 dungeon. This one we completed. It's Void Epic Champions. Again, if you have Seer, probably easy for you. You bring Umbral Enchantress. She does a 2-turn provoke. She's very tanky. If you have Godseeker, she's amazing. We brought in Madame. Sylar is definitely MVP. I don't know, I always say this, but everybody should be using Sylar in Doom Tower because she's freaking amazing. I put her in a stun set. She decreases speed, she decreases turn meter, she decreases accuracy. She has a chance to stun on all of her skills besides her A3. So A2 and A1 she can stun. She's just a badass champion. And make sure that you do have a DPS or it's going to take forever. I did Skull Crown as our DPS, but I didn't really gear her as DPS. She's geared for Hydra just to survive. So yeah, this one took a little bit longer than expected, but nobody really died. We had Godseek in there to res back up. Just a shit ton of debuffs, it looks like. But yeah, we'll just fast forward this for you guys. Wave 2, again, Sylar makes it so much easier. Provoke for Umbral Enchantress. Yeah, just make sure you have it up every single turn. So every wave you're going into, make sure Umbral's Provoke is up. That way you just, again, this one's pretty easy. Now, again, we do have some pretty good champions. All right, so this one was done. Let's go to floor 7. Floor 7 we also completed. This is Magic Support Champions only. So we bring our Ugo back. So if you have Ugo, you're going to bring her back. We have pretty good champions. I brought in 2 Prince Kaimars. I brought in Brogni. He was amazing. We brought in Venomage. Venomage is a really good champion. He just does so many poisons and block heal and all that stuff. You can bring in a lot of champions. There's Gorgorab. He can be a reser. He can speed boost. He can heal. You have this dude, Archmage Helmut. So he can stun everybody. He's got an AoE stun if he crits, which you're going to have a crit rate on him. Places speed, crit rate, and crit damage on all the champions for 2 turns. Increases speed, doesn't matter. So Archmage is a very good one. He's a free champion. You can bring in a rare, via the Alchemage, who's in the Dwarf faction. He actually used him for the Dwarf faction, but he fills turn meters, heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. So if you get him with a crap ton of HP, you can heal by a lot. He's got a decreased attack, decreased speed, AoE, and he puts out poisons. So Archmage is a very good champion. Obviously, you can bring in Apothecaries. We leveled up 2 Apothecaries, I believe, for this last time when there was a blue, I think it was just blue rare champions. We leveled up 2 Apothecaries. You can bring 2 Apothecaries in here. There's just a shit ton of blue support champions. Like, there's so many. There's too many to go through. You can even bring in Krayla Witcharm. She does a crap ton of damage. She has ally attack. Yeah, she's also a very good champion. So don't need 2 Prince Kaimars. Obviously, Brogni's really good, but you could bring in a lot of rares and epics for this to complete it. It's just support, so literally just keep healing, keep rezzing, and just get through this one as fast as possible. Venomage is awesome. All right, so this one was pretty easy. Let me pull up the next video for you guys. All right, so this is the next stage. I guess I'll pull it up for you guys. So the next stage, stage 8, this is going to be defensive epic champions. So if you guys notice, there's a lot of defensive champions in the game. There's a lot of good epic defense champions in the game. So we have a full collection of this. There's just so many to choose from. You can pick champions that I obviously didn't pick, but you have Crimson Helm, which I'm sure a lot of you people have and leveled up for Bommel. But she has AoE Provoke, she has Revive on Death, she has Decreased Attack. She's a very good champion. You have Vergus, who also is a very good champion. You probably have a lot of him leveled up. You have Rockbreaker from the Dwarves. He has a provoke, counterattack, chance to decrease just damage 50%. Grush, you could bring Grush back. He's obviously a very good champion. You could bring Sepulture Sentinel. We just did a guide on her. You could bring one of my favorites, Lightsworn. He was my first epic champion in the account. Obviously, you want to bring a Reser, so if you have Caden, he's a very good defensive Reser. Umbral Enchantress again, Godseeker, Rain Beast. You can throw in Grizzled Jarl, who's a very good champion. Like I said, there's just so many good champions in the game. Padme. Yeah, Padme, who a lot of you probably have for Eternal Dragon. Seeker, I think we do. Yeah, we brought in Seeker. Seeker's a very good champion. He puts out the provoke and he can increase your turn meter. Now for this, you really just want to kind of CC. It's very hard to CC these guys because they take away one of the debuffs at the beginning of their turn. So you can't really CC them. You just kind of have to tank it out. So the only way to get around this is if you provoke everybody, which again, still I think he'll be able to take the provoke off and still put up the counterattack. So this one's literally all about just tanking it through. Oh, did we say Gods? Oh, damn, we didn't even say Godseeker. So Sandlash Survivor has a way to get rid of buffs and increase your buffs. And same with Godseeker. Her and Godseeker together, really, really good combo. We brought in, obviously, a Koth just because he has the fire. So he can do more damage with his HP burn on everybody. And he increases cooldowns. So he's I keep saying really good champion, but they're all really good champions. I took my gear off of Caden. That's why he's getting attacked a lot. But Caden should have a lot of HP and defense and speed with accuracy because he does have a decreased attack, which doesn't really matter for them because they're not attack champions. So whatever, just go HP and defense, and he's a really good Reser. Godseeker, if you have her, you don't really need Caden. I don't know why I brought Caden in, maybe because I wanted to show him off. But that's this wave. It's pretty simple, honestly. It takes a little bit longer. We're at 19 minutes. I think I didn't put it on auto because I wanted to try and CC and kill one person, and then I hit it on auto. So now we're on auto, and literally just auto them down. Yeah, pretty easy. So room 9. Wow, we're already up to 9. I didn't finish, but I did finish before. So this is a rare attack champions. So I think I have a video on this if you want to go check it out. If not, let me know in the comments below. But let's go over room 9 hard Doom Tower. This one is the same strat as the attack room for the champions, but it's almost the same champions as you saw before. Yeah, I definitely did this video on this. So Judge, very, very good champion. He has I'd probably put a stun set on him, or yeah, I think a stun set or relentless set. Probably stun set. So stun set on Judge because he attacks all enemies 2 times, fills his turn meter by 10% for each critical hit. So you want his crit rate up to 100%. You really just want him as a CC'er. So if he can stun, and then he goes again because he goes up to 100% crit rate, he then does his 3-turn cooldown goes to a 2-turn cooldown. He then goes again and goes with his A1. His passive puts out debuffs. You want accuracy on him. He puts out all the debuffs in the world. And he has accuracy or in all battles by 30. So that's why we have him as elite. So Judge is a very, very good stun set champion because he basically has almost a 2-turn attack all enemies twice. So he can do a lot of stuns. So Judge, very, very good. Put him in a stun set. Put masteries on him if you can. Soulbound Boar, same exact strat. Put her in a stun set. Put masteries on her. And just have her go as many A1 AoEs as possible. She does have a cooldown reduction, not a turn meter reduction. So if you need to hit that one last person turn meter, bring it all the way down, you could do that. You want Kale to be your DPSer. So you want Kale to have a crap ton of damage with accuracy because you want him to put his poisons out. You want him to do his AoE, increase his turn meter. And then we already went over Berserk, but Berserk can be also your DPSer. So if you have 2 Soulbound Boars, bring 2 Soulbound Boars. If you have 2 Judges, bring 2 Judges, stun sets. If you have a Kale or whatever starting champion you have, bring them, put as much damage on them as possible. And then if you have Cold Hearts, you can bring Cold Hearts in. They do damage. It's up to you. If you have a Cold Heart, bring a Cold Heart. You can also bring in this dude, Dealgol, who's a Void Rare Dwarf champion. He has a attacks all enemies twice, decreases everybody's accuracy, attacks one enemy 3 times, places a decreased defense, attacks one enemy, puts a slow. So he can actually do damage, and he also puts a decreased accuracy on everybody. So it's okay. Maybe you just bring another Soulbound Warrior or another Judge or another DPSer. But you can also bring in Harris. Harris grants an extra turn. If she kills somebody, she has a passive where if anybody's attacked, she attacks, which is decent. She only has attack one champion, and then increased speed in dungeon. So she's okay. I'd rather go with Judge or Soulbound Warrior with this. But that's the way to beat this room is stuns, and DPS. So stun and DPS with this will get you through it. All right, so let's continue. I just played it to see if I had gear on them, and I didn't. So that's why we didn't do it. But let's go to Secret Room 10. So this one is just basically a Knights Revenant faction wars. So whatever your Knights Revenant team is, basically you're gonna bring that in here. You can put stun sets on your what's it called, Miscreated Monster. You can have them just as a heal set. Like Miscreated Monster is just so freaking good, but he can stun, he can do all this stuff. I want to kill the Faceless as soon as possible. He's the one that's going to do the most damage to us, so that's why I'm trying to focus down Faceless. So now if you have a Faceless, you can bring Faceless in. I know a lot of you probably do to beat the faction wars, but also Doom Priest, you want him in a Relentless set as fast as possible. Relentless set so she can heal and strip buffs. And then obviously Rector Drath, she's just really good. She heals up a crap ton. She has a res. Look at that, we already resed. You probably don't want to put Ally Protect on Miscreated Monster, you noticed, because he'll just die. So if you try not to do Ally Protect on your Miscreated Monster, he'll survive a lot longer. Sinesha is good because she can heal up your entire team by equalizing their HP out. And then Doom Priest, obviously with Sinesha, is a good combo. So this was our basic team. It took a while to complete it, but once you do it once, you never have to do it again. So let me just fast forward for you guys. We get to the final wave. There's no other champions that we're really focusing on, so you honestly could probably put this on auto at this point. Wait, pause. If you put it on auto, Miscreated Monster is going to do Ally Protect, and then he's going to die. So might not have to do this on auto. You probably have to do it on manual. But stuns, amazing. Miscreated Monster, amazing. So this one was pretty easy if you have beaten your faction wars, whatever the hell their faction is called. Number 11 is rank 6 Void champions only, which leaves it up to basically any Void that you have, because most of them are going to be in the rank 6 category. So this one honestly should be pretty easy for you guys. The Void champions are one of the best ones in the game. So we have Lydia if you beat faction wars. We have Arbiter if you beat the things. I brought in Warlord just for shits and giggles, and then obviously I have Ursaga leveled up, and then Seer. Anybody with Seer, just bring Seer and you're good to go. But there's literally, if you're looking at my screen, there's so many Void champions. This one really shouldn't be an issue for any of you guys. You could bring Elbow Enchantress just to do provokes. You could bring Sylar again. You could bring Basher. You could bring what's her name, Ursula, who's a Reser. Doom Priest again. You could bring in, if you have them, Painkeeper. Bring Painkeeper, Bellower. Like there's just, guys, there's too many Void champions. This one should be cakewalk for you guys. But yeah, just bring in Seer. She'll make your run a lot easier. And now let's go up to level 12. So level 12, I don't believe we did. No, it's the same strat, guys. So level 12, I have a video on this, but you should probably level up to Apothecaries. And the reason because Apothecary is still one of the best starting champions in the game, but this would be my team. This is the team that we used. Judge as a lead, 2 Apothecaries. DPS is going to be Kale, and then we have this dude to bring in who heals our team. So if you make him with as much speed and HP as possible, you can even put him in a Relentless set, because he is a support champion. Anybody with support champion that has a Relentless is going to be good for you, but put him in a Relentless set. with as much speed and HP as possible. And I'm talking about Avir, the Alchemage. So he heals, he needs accuracy, so you need decreased attack and decreased speed, so you can do that for the enemy team, and he puts out poisons. He's got 102 base speed as a rare. So good. So he's very good. And then obviously your apothecaries, you just want them to make them as fast as possible, tanky. You can put them in relentless sets, like literally relentless set, relentless set, relentless set, stun set, and then Kale be your DPS. That's it. That's what I would do. If you need more stun, just go 2 judges. We have the new guard, Trugor. He's one of the new dudes. He's got attack all enemies, 30% chance to increase the cooldowns. It's whatever. This is the team that I use though. I have a video on this, so if you guys want to go check it out, it goes more in depth in what gear you need, what stats you need, stuff like that. But we did complete this last time, and this is exactly what I used, and that's the strat I use. Is I just want to heal up with the apothecaries as much as possible, make my guys tanky, make sure that Kale doesn't die. So Kale needs DPS, or I'm sorry, HP, so he doesn't die. And we have 3 healers basically on this team, and then we have a stunner. So Judge is just stunning as much as possible. You have a lot of speed boosting on this team. And yeah, if you have to level up another apothecary, just level them up. I didn't want to do it. I put him at 50. It just wasn't good enough. So I leveled him up to 60, got a banner on him, and then we completed it. So that, guys, is my guide to Doom Tower. Hopefully you find this fast enough. We got 3 days left, but if you don't find this, hopefully you find this next time with the Eternal Dragon. Let me know what you guys thought. I love doing these guides, and then let me know in the comments below suggestions, and also in our Discord we have a suggestion tab. If you guys want to see any videos specifically, put that in the suggestion tab. DBN5 is our clan. I think we're ranked number 11 or something. We won a crap ton of CVCs, but we're always recruiting. We have DBN3, which is our sister clan. They basically are newer / mid, closely getting to endgame. We might have to start a new clan, but let us know if you guys want to join the Discord, and then let us know if you're free to join DBN5, which is 100k CVC points plus, and then DBN3, which is kind of like newer / mid game players who are just active, cool dirtbags that want to join a clan. So guys, appreciate it. Good luck, and we will see you in another video soon.